Welcome to Reality After Show, season 44 of Survivor. That's right, Survivor 44. We're talking the premiere. I'm Jonny Fairplay, that stand-up comedian, Wayne Memmott. Love the shades.
Yeah. R.I.P. Stevie.
I just saw that. We want to. I've been on vacation. Just
Yeah.
hanging out.
Extended vacation.
Extended vacation. I got a new shirt, not available yet, but will soon be available at johnnyfairplay.com. But you get a sneak peek right now. There's a OV, the original villain. I created this villain shit, and this is the things I did.
It should also say I created this villain shirt.
I did. So I don't know when that's going to come out. Sometime in September, October, November for no reason.
Sometime in maybe the fall we might see a drop of some merch and stuff.
Yeah. I feel like I got a shirt a week coming out in the fall. So for unexplained reasons.
I'm gonna need some new shirts, so I'll just wait to buy them until the fall.
Yes,
I'm gonna lose weight so I can wear a large.
Oh, there you go. Well, you have time. Alex Trias, who was holding down the fort with you and others while I was gone, says back from Bolivia. Yes, I am back from Bolivia. According to rumor and innuendo, I have not filmed a challenge, nor will I. So
they don't film the challenge in Bolivia.
They might. Who knows where the next one is?
Hi, Alex.
Yes. So we're talking season 44, episode 1, the premiere. It is very far from the penultimate episode, so I cannot use that yet. So it begins with Carolyn, who has trouble knowing their name or anything else that's going on. Is Carolyn the new Chrissy?
I don't know. I don't know what she is. She is a wild character, and I have some notes on her throughout. I don't want to spoil them, but
sure. Do you think you like Carolyn, or are you still undecided?
I think I'm excited to see Carolyn. I think that if she gets along with her tribe mates, if the editing is playing up her character more than she actually is on that beach, I think she could go far. But if she's like that 24/7, I can't. They're going to throw a challenge to kick her out.
Yeah, I mean, I felt similarly to Chrissy when we first saw Chrissy on Australian Survivor, Blood versus Water. But I mean, I want to say episode 2. I'm just like, I'm in love with this woman.
Yeah, I think I think different between Chrissy and God love Chrissy. I think the difference is I think Carolyn actually knows a little bit about Survivor.
Oh, I don't like that.
I think she actually knows about this game.
Yeah.
So, I loved this cold open. I loved the way that this went. I loved the producer be like, say your name, where you're from, anything. This is the first one.
This is the easy one. It gets hard from here. Like, all you need to do is say your name and where you're from, and we literally got 18 minutes to start the show with with Carolyn not being able to do this.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great. A great way to open. I hope that is foreshadowing for kind of how funny and entertaining this show is going to be.
Yeah, I love the premiere. I could do without a little bit of the advantages, but I mean that it is what it is. So I'm not gonna sit here and complain. Like, go to any Facebook group that talks Survivor, and you will see people complain.
Actually, happy with the advantages. Happy with them. Happy that when we get to it, there are multiple different advantages, and not everyone's getting the same one, which I think confuses the game. I think in a game where you're 23 years in and people think they've seen every twist that they can throw at you, and in the first episode we get one new twist and then one twist of a new twist from the last couple of seasons, then I think I'm like, okay, that's a good way to progress this. I understand people would be like, Survivor should be one idol, that's it, or maybe two idols, maybe. And that's it. And I could see that as a purist way. But if you're trying to grow the game, I'm happy with the way they're progressing than the way they were progressing the past 3 seasons.
Yeah. I will say this. On my vacation, I ran into 2 former producers of Survivor.
Okay.
And one of them's idea was the birdcage.
Love the birdcage. Think it's so interesting. I'm not sure how I like about the key is just somewhere, because then it's like, well, then just hide the idol. I understand it, like adds an element because then people can see the idol is gone or whatever. But in a tribe of 6, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It would matter. The birdcage would be more interesting if this were a tribe of 10.
Yeah, two tribes of 10 or 8.
Right.
And this birdcage twist is a little better. So, but I will say the producer that came up with this said, "Hey, let's do that instead of all the other bullshit."
Mm-hmm. Agree with that.
Was the suggestion, and it fell on deaf ears.
Yep. And I like how they. Yeah. Anyway, we can get to the birdcage when we get to the birdcage.
Carson has spreadsheets and Vexel puzzles, and I'd like to thank the fine folks at Vexel for providing 2 fire making challenge kits, so that Sandra and I, for the premiere at Bounce in New York City, we had a fire making challenge. Carla from season 43, special guest referee, and so Bounce agreed to allowing the fire making challenge inside, because I'm like, hey, a small flame.
Yeah.
It was not a small flame, as you can imagine.
No, that looked like a big old flame.
Yeah. So we are. I'm going to revisit my conversations with the upcoming venues that I have for this. So the fire making challenge may or may not take place at every viewing party.
It'll happen at the Filson, weather permitting, because there's that patio that we sat at is right behind where you're going to be, so we can just, and there's enough room. So I've already talked to them about that. So
yeah, so real quick, next week I am in. I will be in studio joining you guys. There will not be there will just be the after show. There won't be a recap next week. And for those of you wondering what the schedule is, so if I'm on the road with Sandra doing a viewing party, that means that I will that Matt, Alex, and Dan will be doing the after show, and then on Friday mornings, me and Wayne will be doing the recap episode. But when I'm not on the road with Sandra, which is very few, me and Wayne will be joining Alex and Dan and Matt, and it'll be craziness. It will be an opinion smorgasbord for those after shows. So next week, March 8th, I am around, and I will be on the Wednesday after show. But after that, I believe the 15th, I'm going to be in Nashville at Doghouse Saloon. Tickets for all these events available at survivortix.com. That's survivortix.com. So 15th, we got Nashville. The next week, I'm in Cincinnati. We're going to be at the Filson. Wayne will be there. I believe we have two survivors that may or not be in that area that cannot come, will not be there under any circumstance.
No one from around here will be there. Just me and Matt.
Okay.
I know. Remember we talked about this before you went on your long vacation, that whatever Jonny says someone's not going to be there, they're probably going to be.
Well, but they can't.
Right.
But they're going to be there. Okay, anyway.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited for who's not going to be there.
Yes. And then the following week I'm going to be in Boston, and for absolutely no reason whatsoever, I will be gone the month of April. And then in May I'm starting back. I'm going to be at Cloud Brewing in Durham, North Carolina. We have Jesse will be there. It'll be the debut of my newest beer, Villains Are Us, with me, Sandra, and Jesse on the label. How insane is that? The following week, I'll be at Three Notch Brewery in Charlottesville, Virginia. And then the finale, we're going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina at Lenny Boy Brewing. Also in Charlottesville will be the release of the newest Jonny Fairplay beer. So, so tickets for all that available at survivortix.com. That's survivortix.com. With all these upcoming shows, the VIP, you get a season 44 buff. And depending upon who can't be there, they will be signed by a season 44 survivor. But that is so. That
if not, they'll just be signed by Jonny and Sandra. And who cares about that?
Yeah. Well, actually, no. People don't like when you sign a buff that you're not in the season of.
Well, then bring your own buffs.
Yeah, yeah, it's fine. Well, no, just get a VIP and hope that someone can't be with us there.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So anyway,
Yeah.
so Carson likes spreadsheets and Vexel puzzles. So yeah, Vexel killed it on that fire making challenge.
Sorry, I do just want to say because we haven't done this in a while. I want to express come to these viewing parties. If you're within 2 hours of Cincinnati, come to the viewing party. I'm telling you, this place is awesome. It's on the banks of the Ohio River. Jonny does an incredible job of scouting out really cool places. All the places are happy to have us there. TVs on every TV and sound is on Survivor. You're not going to miss anything. Everything fun happens during the commercial breaks. Come out. It's a huge community. If you're oh, I'm just by myself, doesn't matter. Come out. You'll make friends real fast. I'll be your friend.
Yeah. We had over 200 people in at Balance. It was crazy. Yeah. So and they lost their minds. And the DJ that was helping me, he was just like, dude, these people love your trivia or what? And yes, the trivia during the commercial breaks is crazy. And the VIP experience, there were so many people that were very happy that they did VIP.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
Oh. So Carson, what first take on Carson? What are you thinking?
I will cop to say that I forget which podcast we were talking about it on. Maybe it was I think it was a Patreon. Matt and I were talking about this was when Carson's t-shirt thing broke, where he was pre-selling t-shirts on his website and all that kind of stuff. And I kind of sullied my view of him a little bit. Get the bag for sure, but you can't break contracts and blah, 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 all that stuff. I like Carson. I'm a fan of Carson. I think if Carson actually is consistent with his gameplay where he is reserved when he needs to be, I think he can probably go pretty far in this game.
Yeah. I think if my 15-year-old chooses to watch this season, that Carson's going to be a favorite. And I could imagine a lot of people in the same situation as my 15-year-old, see the Tobey Maguire comparison is spot on.
No, Tom Holland, even better.
Well, sorry, that's that's the Spider-Man that my 15-year-old likes. So I am old, and so real quick, the comment someone says Fairplay and Jonny Bananas are the kings. That's all I'm going to say. But that's so random that you.
That's really random. Kings of two separate shows. Johnny is the king of Survivor, and Jonny Bananas is the king of the challenge. Very good. Yep. Agree with that comment.
Jonny Bananas, if I'm not mistaken, let me 17 years, 21 seasons, 7 championships, and he's won prizes totaling $1,184,720.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Just throwing that number out randomly. All right. Yam Yam is excited.
Yep. We missed Claire.
Yeah.
I don't know about Claire. I think she's going to get confused with Lauren a lot in this season. Jamie, man, I can't get a read on this woman. She seems
she
doesn't even
Jamie
and Yam.
Yeah. Yam Yam. I'm all about Yam Yam.
It's Jam Jam. It's Jam Jam. Remember why the Y's are pronounced J's. Jam Jam.
Oh, sweet. Is it really?
Yeah, it's Jam Jam.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. And my big takeaway from the first 5 minutes is this is Jump Cut City. This is it's a little much for us. It's this field when Probst told us 41 is a new Survivor, like it was for all the wrong reasons.
Right.
I feel like this was right. This was new for all the right reasons.
Yep.
This had a cool feel to it for the first time in a long time.
Well, it's because within the first 5 minutes, we didn't have 3 sob stories that makes us wonder why we're watching this.
I didn't cry.
We didn't have any.
Yeah.
I cried one time, a little bit, and we'll get to that later, but it's because of something that happened in the game, not because of something, someone's sob story. Then they all have sob stories. That's why they're cast. They have something about them that, some sort of story that makes them interesting. But
And the Survivor nerds that are out here are not physically inept like we've seen in the last 3 seasons.
Yes, yeah. They're not waifs coming into day one. You know, Just like
I mean, even Carson put on, what was it, 30 pounds?
30 pounds, man. He trained.
Is 115 or whatever, and got up to 145.
Right, quickly. So that means when he loses the weight and he's down to 115, he's where he's been most of his life, and he's not, below where. I mean, man, the guy is smart, and as long as he doesn't, I think if he goes out, it's because he gets in his own way.
Yeah. So no, I like this cast a lot in that they are physically and mentally, or I guess mentally first and then physically, because I felt like there was a lot. I felt we were doing Survivor Summer Camp the last 3 seasons, like with like half the cast. It was just like, hey, have you always wanted to be on Survivor but knew that you shouldn't? We're gonna put you on anyways. And it's like, oh no, don't. Just like that's what Survivor Camp's for.
Well, we even mentioned it last season when we were watching it. Like when we after like 2 episodes, we were like, I can't wait till we get halfway through and all the chaff is gone, because this is going to be an interesting season once we're down to the real players of this season. And it was. The second half of last season was really good, because once you got down to Jesse and Carla and the people there that were actually there to play the game, it got really interesting. Yeah,
Carly got a phone call from one of the greatest legends in the history of reality television Wednesday night after the premiere party. And that legend said that they thought Carla should have won, and they hate a bitter jury.
Yep. Hate a bitter jury. Yep.
Yeah. So, and we're talking about one of the biggest names in the history of reality television, not from Survivor, saying this. It was a pretty cool video call.
That's really cool.
Yeah. I've just been hanging out with people.
Just hanging out with people.
Yeah. All right. So, the worst part of every season of Survivor is guy in the front. What's your name? Even though I've met all of you during casting.
Right. Even though I know all of you, and I know.
Yeah. How does he say, guy in the front, what's your name? And literally 5 minutes later, he's like, Jamie with the block.
Right. He doesn't have crib notes to be like, okay, yellow top is Lauren, or what,
But he's saying their name during the challenge that literally takes place 4 minutes later.
Right. Yeah.
No problem.
You mean Jeff Probst is a little weird? Huh.
Hey, he's doing a podcast.
By the way,
party.
Actually, so a little inside story on his podcast, the co-producer or the co-host and producer of the podcast, Jay Wolf, used to be on one of my favorite podcasts, Sports with Katie Nolan. So he actually does know what he's doing, and I haven't listened to it yet, but I probably will to listen to Jay, not Jeff.
Okay, well, there you go. All right, so we get a couple names. It's a reward challenge. You're playing for Pot Machete, as the cool kids say it, and Flint. And first tribe to finish gets that. Second tribe gets to choose between Sweat or Savvy, and third tribe, they just get what's left over. So you have to go under some. So you have to go
under.
You have to go under, and then a puzzle. Or no.
And under.
Puzzle and
under,
ring.
Under puzzle rings.
Okay, so the first under is sand. It's fine. The second is mud. That's legit mud. And I will tell you this, Wayne. I don't like getting dirty. And to get me dirty, literally 8 minutes into a season, I'm furious.
Yep.
And this was real. This isn't like the mud we have on Australian Survivor. Every time they attempt to do mud, it never is.
Yep.
This was mud.
This is mud. Yeah. No, this looks very unpleasant.
Yeah.
I also said, as soon as I saw it, I was like, those structures above them should be nets and not poles.
Yeah.
I was like, and when I saw them take,
who agrees with you?
Bruce.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. It's like, I know they care about the survivors, but if all of us are watching, it's like, shouldn't those be nets? Someone out there should be like, those should be nets. We're going to crush someone's head on the first 10 minutes of the challenge.
Yeah. So Bruce bangs his head. He's got color, as they say in wrestling. He is He's wearing the crimson mask that Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes made famous so many nights at the Omni in Atlanta, the Greensboro Coliseum, you name it, they were there. So that was
I went back and rewatched it. Like that hurts. That is pain. I mean, and give him credit. I know some people probably hate it, but I liked the way they did the concussion shot, the camera when they showed him like hitting his head and then he's like dazed, and the way that they shot that, I thought that was really cool for Survivor.
Yeah. All right. So I guess the big takeaway from Probst's podcast, and that's the cool thing about doing a Friday show, is Probst has guaranteed that Bruce will be back on a future season.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Are you that like I was just like, win some, lose some. Sorry.
Yeah. I also don't know why, not that he would have been able to come back to this game because it's a head trauma injury, but I wish they would adopt something like what they do in Australia where it's like you can be removed for 24 hours or whatever.
That's what I wish too. So, because like Jeff later tells us that Bruce is fine, but is he fine in that he has a concussion and he's going to live, or is he fine in that if he had just done the 24-hour Australian Survivor deal that he would have been back in the game?
Right. Could they've got him fluids, been under medical attention to make sure his concussion's not bad, or make sure he doesn't have a concussion or whatever, and then send him back, because it's hard to evaluate concussions right away. And if he has one, it's like, yeah, you can't play. But if he doesn't have one and he's just got a big cut on his head and he was dehydrated, like get some fluids in him, get him back in there. Especially if you like him that much, Yeah,
and why? Like, remember that Pat guy from David vs. Goliath?
Yep.
He got hurt on the boat going to Tribal.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
All right, here we go. Cody, thanks, Cody, for the Reality Upshow team.
Oh yeah.
Dalton Ross posted that he did in fact have a concussion. Okay. So the 24 hours would not have made a difference. I'm okay, but I mean, but no one promised Pat he could come back. I mean, like, I don't know. Based on some of Pat's social media, I could see people not super excited for Pat to come back. But.
Right. That might also be like they love Bruce. I mean, Bruce also seems like he's one of Jeff's guys. Like in casting, Jeff probably was like was all about Bruce and Jam Jam. Like loves Bruce, loves Jam Jam.
Yeah. I got to get used to Jam Jam. I got to see. I phonetically write when I need to on these things, and so there will be a big difference going forward. In my notes.
We might get some yams. No disrespect.
Yeah. All right. So Bruce is lightheaded. He gets oxygen. Probst caresses his head and kisses him on the lips to bring him back to consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
Is that?
Yep, that's about right.
I got a special cut. I see previous survivors. We get bonus. So did you get the kiss, or was that?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I got the. It's pretty little tongue. That's the key. If you're unconscious,
I envision a little gentle Jeff going over, giving his boo boo a little gentle forehead kiss. Just a.
Nope. On the lips. It's the only way. Have you ever watched Snow White?
Yes.
All right. It's the tongue.
Why are we getting so much of the Survivor medical team?
I don't know. I'm shocked we didn't get more of it for the last 3 seasons with those nerds playing.
Here's my thought. It is because they've come into season. We don't ever get interviews with the doctor. Like not
well,
really.
I know one doctor we're not getting an interview with.
But I think it's
Dr. Ado, I love you. I miss you.
It's because of shows like Chicago Fire and Chicago Med and New York Med and like all these like CBS shows are all about like faux medical drama. So their Nielsen ratings are telling them people like doctor stuff.
Yeah,
more doctor stuff.
We're getting more doctors. Do they have an accent? Even better. Yeah. All right. So if you noticed, Carson figured out the puzzle pretty darn quick. So it was a was it tangerine puzzle. Tangerine as Darrell. I did have a tangerine discussion for the past 25 days.
Oh, you talked about tangerines on vacation?
I did talk about tangerines. It was a fun conversation. Attempting to explain tanagrams did not go that well.
No.
Explaining tangerines
very easy.
It's called a tangerine. Yes, it's literally called a tangerine.
How, if these people are fans, how do they not realize to destroy your puzzle? How do you not realize destroy your puzzle?
I don't know. Well, it doesn't. I don't feel it matters. Well, I guess it did because you still had to do the last part. So yeah, it did.
Right. It did. Like if the puzzle was the end, then it doesn't matter. But there's still that other, which also the ring thing. I'll tell you what, I was fine if the challenge ended on the puzzle. Done. That's it. That's your reward challenge. That's it.
We didn't need it. It's just like, hey, we have the ring thing. It's just like, I don't think it really works. It's like, well, it's already here.
Yeah. Right. We already built it. We're doing the goddamn ring thing.
Yeah.
You know, it felt very forced. Could you not trade out? Did Carolyn not trade out? Like, it seemed like there was something we didn't get because there's no reason. Like, if I'm on that beach and Carolyn's sitting there, like, taking off her clothes and, like, I'm like, get out of here. Let me get in there. You can go later. You know,
I didn't have a problem with Carolyn taking off clothes.
Well, no, I know. Of course, but let her do it on the side and let me go in and throw the stupid ring thing over the fucking pole thing because this is, excuse my language, it's stupid. Yeah. That's my only criticism is that the pole challenge was dumb. I hated that part. Should have ended on the puzzle, but since there was more purple, you got to destroy your puzzle.
Yeah. Well, Carolyn's having fun.
Oh, she's having a blast
until she's not.
Yeah.
So Soka wins. They're the Green Tribe. Did you notice Jeff slightly morphing into Jonathan LaPaglia in that he said green, orange, and purple just as much as he said the stupid tribe names?
The stupid tribe names, yeah. Jeff said the colors. I was like, colors? You don't ever say colors. You say Soka and Ratu and
and Jonathan LaPaglia is now becoming Jeff Probst because I think I watched episode either 12 or 13 yesterday, and you get Jeff does a let's get it on. I was like, oh no, it's painful when Jeff says it because I don't mind stealing the phrases, you know.
No.
But let's get it on. It's just like I feel like it's like my uncle, you know, the not cool uncle. You know, it's like I don't know, it's like Easter, and you know, it's just like, hey kids, go find the eggs, and he's like, hold on, let's get it on. It's like, oh, we're just
first we all chug our beers and let's get it on.
You know what? If Jeff or Jonathan chugged a beer before they said it, I think I would allow it.
Yep.
But not under the circumstances that we have. It's okay.
They have to stone cold a beer.
Yes. Oh, get ready. Get ready.
No. Oh God.
All right. Green wins. They're also called Soka. Ratu. They're orange. They finished second. And so it's off. It's off to the individual tribes' islands, which I'm sure it's all one big island, and they're barely separated.
Yep.
And we see a bird cage with a padlock and an idol.
Yep.
So, okay.
I wanted to point out that Matt, nervous Matt, and he says you either soar or go splat. I have a feeling Matt's going to splat. When he says, who wants to hold the big scary knife?
I'm excited that Matt Bischoff is back on Survivor, and this time he's gay. This is wonderful.
Oh man, talk about a Matt Bischoff who probably likes pegging. All right.
I know one that likes it more.
Matt Bischoff.
Yes. Absolutely. So Matt Bischoff is back. He now goes by Matthew, and he's married to a man. So awesome.
Yep.
I somehow feel that Tessa Bischoff wishes that this was the case.
Yeah. Better tattoos. No, I'm just kidding, man. I love
it. Well, you know what? We'll have to compare and contrast.
Yeah.
If ever given the opportunity.
Maybe we'll get them together one day after the season's over or something.
Or March 22nd.
Or maybe,
Okay. All right. So Matthew and Brandon choose Sweat because they're not that smart.
Yep.
Yeah. Is that?
I can't. I mean, how do you look at
15 minutes is not a long time. Ask my girlfriend.
Yeah, 15 minutes is enough time to do things 3 times. I could
and sometimes it's not.
I don't know. I see where they're saying we're like we aren't very confident in our puzzle making ability because they, but also you just saw the purple team do the puzzle first and not be able to do the physical side of the challenge with the ring thing.
Yeah.
Send them the coconut. Even if you fail at the puzzle, they're definitely failing at the coconuts.
They are.
Right. Like, don't worry about
you know what? We possibly lose Bruce even faster.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because Bruce is going to be the one that has to do the coconuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang. Didn't even think about that. But yeah, I mean,
this tribe's not smart. I like this tribe. They're the gosh darn it tribe.
They're going to have to win a bunch of challenges if they're going to stay around.
I don't think that's happening.
I
know. when you got Kane shooting shots at Brandon, this tribe.
I know. No.
And is Kane like the wrestler Kane's son?
He put a mask on that boy.
Doesn't he look like him?
Yeah, he does.
Like, remember when Kane was Isaac Yankem, the evil dentist?
Yep.
That looks like this dude. That's not a compliment.
I said he looks like John C. Reilly, kind of.
Oh, once again, not a compliment. We're not. Hey, this isn't the compliment. There's 18 other Survivor podcasts. Trust me.
Yeah.
You guys are aware of them. This is the fun.
You're here. You're here for the fun.
Yeah. All right. So
they do the coconuts.
Yeah. Carson and Helen took me eight tries to get her name. They guess the number of rings. It's 18.
Yeah.
This did not look difficult whatsoever.
No, this was very easy.
How is that a puzzle?
It's not. It's not. Also, I want to point out I liked how Carson played this. This is where I'm starting to see initially, like, if he's consistent with this game, where he's measured with what he's doing, he's going to go very far. I was very impressed by his confessional on this.
I loved it. So he was just like, I'm not going to be the one to volunteer, say I'm great at puzzles. However, I'm great at puzzles if you're paying attention.
I'm a NASA engineer.
Yeah, but I'm not putting myself in that spot.
Yeah.
Is that what he at NASA engineer? So he's the next. Is he the likable Christian? In spite of what CBS told us to feel about Christian, and what Rob perpetrates on his podcast.
I like him a lot. I like Carson.
Carson, yes. Christian,
No.
Yeah. Well, he's a David. Mm-hmm. He's not a Goliath.
Mm-mm.
But just like all Davids, who grew up wealthy, went to the school of their choice, got the job of their dreams, had a butler their entire life. Mm-hmm. But much like most Davids.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have Christian hate. I just
no.
I just wish we got a realer representation of who he was. So,
but I do agree that Carson is the more likable version.
I think he's the more likable Cochran. I like this kid.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think he is going to be like a more likable, able to handle himself out there Cochran. He's like, okay, I can play Cochran's game, but I can also pack on 30 pounds in the next 2 months and be ready for it.
And get a base tan because you're going to be in the sun and not wear a sweater vest because you're going to be in the sun. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And this asshole comes back a second season and goes, oh, once again, I'm a genius, but I forgot to get a base tan.
Yeah.
So are you a genius?
He's a genius. He's smart. I know you hate him. I like Cochran, but I agree. Like, you're going to Survivor. Be ready to play Survivor.
So I mean, I understand they put him in the stupid sweater vest. Like that was production, that wasn't him. But the base stand, I'm over it. Like,
well, someone said something on a podcast about how, well, we don't have to talk about him. We can go for it. Jam Jam's hilarious.
Yes.
Jam Jam's so funny.
Real quick, they barely got the coconuts done in time.
Oh yeah, like minutes. Yes.
So Jam Jam's good at fire and it's sucking outside. Mm-hmm. I bet Jam Jam's good at sucking inside too.
We did. Sorry, I missed that one.
I love Jam Jam. He's great.
I wanted to go back. This is where I got my first vision that I don't know how well Carolyn's going to do, because the way she was talking about a bird cage, and she's a former addict and a drug counselor now, was the way addicts talk. It was like, I needed, all these sick thoughts are going through my mind on how I can get it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's someone you said that about other things before, haven't you?
Yeah. Hey, it takes one to know one, you know.
Yep.
So, good on Carolyn for helping moving forward, because a lot of people make the complete opposite decision of that.
Yes. Yeah. No. And I also think that could be her strength in this game as well.
Yes.
Because her mind's going to operate at a different level than everybody else's because of what she's gone through in her life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Carson says he's never dated. Well, that will change. And gain 30 pounds. Heidi makes fire. All right. She's tiny but mighty.
I like her. She didn't get a bunch of screen time, and I think that's on purpose.
Because she's getting it later, or
yeah, I think she's getting it later.
I think so.
I mean, I think she's around for a while. I think we don't get much of her because I think she's around for a while.
Okay, I'm cool with that. I think there's others that don't get screen time because they're just not gonna get screen time.
Right. I think there's some people. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I don't even remember.
Who was that that person you said earlier that I never wrote down their name again?
Claire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one. Hey, Purple Claire.
You wrote down Claire because she was the person that Matthew talks to in the challenge. So you said Matthew probably talks to some girl during the immunity challenge.
I did.
Yeah. That was Claire too.
I wrote someone talks to someone.
Yeah. That was Claire.
Her name. I'm gonna stick with someone.
All right, we'll call her someone for the 4 more times we talk about her in the season. Heidi crushes fire. Then we get to nighttime.
Well, real quick, Matt and Franny love to laugh together, and so there's Matthew and Matt.
Right,
Matt is coming off of a breakup, and I'm just like, I didn't need to hear that.
No, but we're gonna hear that because Matt and Franny are the showmans. That's gonna happen.
Does Franny like boys?
I don't know.
I don't think so. Maybe. Okay. I don't know. I don't. I'm not trying to impose my will.
Yeah.
So maybe I dreamed it.
Does Matt like girls? I don't know either.
Yeah. So.
Matt,
you think this is our showmance?
I do.
I'm cool with it. I really thought they were incompatible for different reasons. I mean, I love the idea of the two.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
I feel like I got a totally wrong read on both.
I think it's going to be our showmance, and I think Matt's not going to make it because he loses his votes for half the game or whatever.
That does make me happy. I hate what is it? The voyage? What is it?
Yeah, the voyage.
Whatever it's called. I hate it so much. But seeing Matt pull 2 no votes, I'm just like, all right, I'm for this. I'm for this all. I wish he could have kept pulling no votes because he would have.
Well, after you pull 2 no votes, we add 1 back in. You have another 50-50 shot.
Yeah, he's just like, there's no way it could happen again.
He just doesn't get to vote for all of Survivor, makes it to the end, wins. Yeah. And he's like, I didn't vote for anybody because I couldn't vote the whole game.
What's your final jury speech? I did not cast a single vote against any of you.
No.
All right, I like it. Yes. So it's night 1. Bruce is getting IV. He drank too much. Oh, that's a different IV.
Yeah.
Sorry. Liquid IV, not a sponsor.
Liquid IV. Nope. Yeah. Could be.
Might. Yeah. So, Liquid IV, if you're paying attention, hit me up. Slip into my DMs. All right. So, he's getting IV. He's pulled from the game. And there you
go. That actually breaks my heart.
Is that when you cried?
Yeah, I had shed a tear. It breaks my heart. Yeah. Man, I like this guy. I liked him from his first interview. Like, he's full of joy.
Yeah.
And I'm bummed that we don't. I mean, we'll get to see him again, but I'm just bummed we don't get to see him this season because I liked him a lot.
See, I think he's too nice, and I didn't care.
Yeah.
I'm a villain. What are you gonna?
Yeah, I know you are.
Yeah, I mean,
I know. I know you are.
The world needs more of us.
Yeah, OG villains. No, I know, but I was bummed because he's also, I mean, he's 45.
Oh yeah,
so like
his best years are behind him.
Right. So when's he going to get to play again at this point in time? When he's 50? You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's going to be 49 to 51. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Time he gets back into it.
I heard the craziest thing about season 40 while I was gone.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You want crazy season 40 info? Become a patron right now. Go to realitypatron.com. On the next Q&A, I will talk about it. It is nuts.
Okay, I'm on that one.
Shocked. Yeah, I was under the impression that season 40 was supposed to be Legends. It was not.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Holy smokes. Yeah.
Insider info.
Yeah. I was just like, huh? And they're like, oh yeah. Like, where did you get them? I'm just like, oh, because, and they're like, no. And they're just like, it all makes sense.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Season 40 could have been the best ever, but it's not. Okay.
Yeah. So Bruce is gone.
Yeah. So Matthew can make fire too.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
And
I do want to say that this medical evac again shows the biggest flaws with 3 6-person tribes. Because when one is, I mean, this tribe is now at such a disadvantage.
Yeah. And
immediately.
And this next challenge, which was set up for 6 people to carry these trunks. Yep. These people are dying because I mean, not as bad as the last time we saw something like this because we had all the weak nerds.
Right. Yeah, or they couldn't even lift it up. But yeah, it's such a if you want to stick with 3 tribes, that's fine.
Don't stick with 3 tribes.
It has to be 9. You have to have 8 people on each tribe, and you have to do some double votes, and like something like that.
But I would rather just 2 tribes of 10. I mean, we've proven that's a better show.
I agree.
Or 2 tribes of 8. Not everyone has to be on a season.
Right.
So,
but
all right. So I mean, let's think about it. The greatest season of all time, Pro Islands, 8 versus 8. You're welcome.
Yep.
We even brought people back. People loved it. Well, they did then, and now they say they didn't, but they really did.
Yeah.
Okay, so Matt can make fire. Also knows shelter, crabs, and foliage, and knows that it's called foliage and not leaves.
Yeah, you can tell by the way it is. He was like, I'm looking at the leaves to tell what kind of leaf it is, and it's like, okay. All right, Matthew.
Thanks, Matthew.
Thanks, Survivor guy.
But then Matthew almost ruins it for me. Ugh, he has a bucket list.
But I know. But I think his bucket list is do everything. So it's not a checklist. It's not like he has 4 or 5 specific things that he wants to experience on Survivor.
He wants to do it all.
He just wants to do everything. So that's okay. That's a grace period. But if he brings it up one more time, he's going to get voted out.
Well, he's by us.
Right. Yeah.
You know what,
Matt?
Loved
the drone shot.
Oh, yeah. You know what Matt should not have on his bucket list?
What?
Climb big rocks.
Right. Well, here's where my defense is.
Oh.
They showed the drone shot.
Yeah.
At the top of that rock was a very bright white colored rock. And we have seen in past Survivor Challenge where if you climb the biggest rock around you, there is an advantage at the top of that rock. So where Matthew is maybe under the guise of exploration, also thinking he might not have seen that big bright white thing at the top, but that's a pretty distinct thing on their beach. And it might be one of those things where, hey, you get to the top of this, you're getting a immunity idol. I mean,
I don't think he's climbing again.
Right. Oh, I don't think anyone's going up, and I don't think there is anything up there. I just want to say that when you're out there, it's still day 2. You're exploring everything. Like, yeah, digging the roots and all that stuff. But if there's a big distinct rock or tree around your camp, you should probably investigate that pretty closely somewhere.
Yeah. So he climbs.
Dude,
he falls.
But he was high enough that if he didn't like grab on or something on, he could have died. Like,
yeah,
that was crazy. It was crazy.
He goes, we're gonna need a medic.
And that's like sea rock, so that shit is sharp. It is very sharp.
It's all all it does is cut and scrape you.
Oh, and by the way, then he goes right into seawater, salt water. So you're gonna feel every cut. I mean, dude, his toe is sliced up. That's gonna be uncomfortable for a while.
Hopefully, once he got to shore, they had some lemons to squeeze on it. It's the only thing left.
I do still like this guy. I like his energy.
I love him. I love him. I love how much he wants it because I can relate. So.
And I hope that he just settles down now.
Yeah. You know what? This might have been the best thing that could have happened to him.
Yep.
I mean, I'm sure he would disagree with that.
Right. I mean, but now he's going to have to settle down while he heals. He's going to have to focus on gameplay. He's not going to be able to go climbing around and get himself hurt.
Yeah. And I don't understand why they just didn't give him a stupid sling. Why does he have to use his stupid shirt? I mean, we can put a bandage on Bruce, but we can't just give you a sling. Who cares?
Right.
I'm not watching the show going, oh, this is fake.
No.
I'm actually saying it's more real because he's got a sling as opposed to he's walking around. He's walking around his shirt. Do you think it's broke? No, it can't be. He's walking around with his shirt.
Right. We know that there's medical out there. You've been promoting that there's so much medical out there. We know that there's a medical team. It's okay.
They have a lower third.
Right. We want them. We want these people to be healthy out there. Like, you've already cast all of these. What's up, Dan, baby?
I forgot. I'm Jonny Fairplay, joined by stand-up comedian and Dan's side piece, Wayne Memmott.
Yep. Forever, baby. So yeah.
Okay.
That's me. I'm on Do Not Disturb, and I'm getting a phone call, which means they've been trying to call me. So
perfect. All right. We got a commercial coming up. Don't worry. Let's see. So, Matthew pops his shoulder out, back in, cut up his hands and feet. Helen, Carson, and Sarah. I had to double check that name. They make an alliance, and that's what they do on Survivor. On other shows, they don't understand the word alliance, which is great. So, but Helen, Carson, and Sarah. We'll see how long this lasts. We then find out that no one is talking to Carolyn. Don't worry, she'll make faces by herself.
Right. Dude, it's gonna be fun to see the way that she comes in with all these people, man.
Yeah,
dude.
And that tongue is something, huh?
God.
She tweeted about it.
She has a special kind of crazy about her that I'm totally into for TV. I hope she could stick around.
She has a special kind of mouth.
I want this team to win so that we can get her and emerge.
Yeah, oh yeah. We need there's she's gonna need some help. But that's okay. All right, so they're hanging out. There's a boat. I'm like, oh my god. So Sarah's going, Matt's going, and Lauren magically picks the correct rock because she puts them in the bag.
Did we miss Brandon finding the key?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Is that next?
Oh.
No, yeah. So
how do
Ratu.
No, it's coming up.
Oh, is it?
So they leave. It's time to look for the key. And Matthew has the brilliant idea to split up into groups because Buster Rob told him that. And I don't know, something. Brandon finds the key, but Maggie sees it. Brandon doesn't trust Maggie.
What'd you call her? It's Maddie.
Oh, whatever. I really don't need to remember. Well, I have it right at the end when I said that Maddie goes home.
Yep. Okay.
There we go.
Maddie,
which is so difficult for me to remember because my 5-year-old's name is Madeline. Anyway, Brandon finds the key. Maddie sees it. Brandon doesn't trust Maddie and tells everyone.
Right. Oh God.
Like I love he has it is a 10-second decision that will impact the rest of his game. And he's just like, yeah, there's no way I'd tell anyone. oh yeah, this chick sucks. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Everyone, I got
it. He has to decide either everyone else knows that this happens or I have to work with her. And he's like, I don't want to work with her. I don't trust her. Hey guys, I found the key. Let's open this thing up. Let's see what's in there. Oh, I bet it's for all of us.
Let's all open it together.
I am glad the way that this worked out this way, that this was the exposition of it. You know, like now we get to see kind of how it plays out on the other tribes and if it happens the same way.
I feel like it'll be could potentially be completely different based on the information shared at challenges.
Yes, exactly. That's now that, and we know that they're going to start sharing information at challenges and start trying to build those alliances when they can.
So it's a hidden immunity idol and an orange medallion with no power. I believe that Simon would like to borrow this.
I was going to say, it's Simon's idol. That's what I wrote down. See, they are integrating Australian Survivor into American Survivor because now Simon's idol is in here.
Sweet. I love Simon's. I love Simon. No spoiler. I'm not caught up, but I love Simon. All right.
What I will say about this though is that it's cool to say that there's a dummy idol. It means nothing because once every tribe opens their bird cage, everyone's going to know that who has an idol and who has a dummy idol and that there is a dummy idol.
Well, I mean, as I said, based on the communication shared going forward, someone could get snookered with a dummy idol, but if it happens in the next 2 episodes without communication.
Right.
Yeah, I don't need anyone else going on the journey.
No, we can't do this every episode. That's the only thing I wrote down. It's like, I hope this is like
one and done. One and done. You can have one journey. As I said, I take that back. Matt can go on the journey by himself every time and just pull no votes, but otherwise, no more journeys.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad we didn't get any. I think the real advantage here, though, is I guess we should talk about how they picked real quick because on this, everybody goes to sticks, and I wish that someone would step up and find a way to convince everybody to go. That like, oh no, I should go, whatever, blah blah blah. But I like the way that Lauren was like, yeah, I'm the one that put the rocks in the bag. I knew which rock was the different colored rock, so I wanted to go.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah. So Brandon regrets telling everyone immediately. Yep. And so it's time for a journey. Take a path. Take a path to the lookout. And they do it together. We don't have to share their story, which is wonderful. And then they pick a path, and you can lose 2 consecutive votes at tribal at the very worst, or you can get an advantage. So Sarah can't vote with her first choice. She's like, you know what? There's no way this could happen to me again. My name's not Matt. Chooses again, and congrats. She has the inheritance advantage. The first time we've seen that. And you get every advantage played at that particular tribal. I love this. This one
I want to know how it's played. Like, does she have to, like, when does she play it?
I'm under the impression she has to play it when she votes.
Okay. Because I was going to say, because it should be play it when you vote. And then you get a nice little package in your bag from production that has all the advantages, so nobody knows what you have. Because if this advantage is now everybody knows you have all of their advantages, it's a target on your back, and you might as well just never play it.
Yeah, it's a dud. But also playing it after, like it also is kind of like when they first introduced the idol and Yule found the loophole.
Right.
So if it's played during your vote and no one knows, this is wonderful. If not, you've got another advantage that means nothing. So we'll see.
Right.
So Matt chooses, he can't vote, chooses again, can't vote again. I love this.
Oh, so Dan pops in.
Oh, here we go.
So you play it when you vote. So you just, at the end of all the discussion, you're like, all right, someone's playing some idols tonight or something. It's contentious. I'm playing this. I'm going to gather up whatever gets played. Okay. I love this. I'm way on board.
No, we still don't know if they secretly get it though.
They have to secretly get it.
I would imagine.
They have to. It's got to be you wake up in the morning and there's a nice little package in your bag.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Let's see. Lauren with the first pull. Congrats. Bank your vote. And so you go to tribal, you don't vote, and then you save that vote for a future tribal. I like it.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah. So we're 2 for 2, and you know what that means. Whoops.
Matty boy.
Let's hear what both Matthews probably like to do. Support for Reality After Show is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Their products are precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped's Performance Package, the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. Join over 6 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. That's right, 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code SURVIVOR at manscaped.com. If my math's correct, that's about 12 million balls.
The Performance Package 4.0 has arrived, and oh man, is it a game changer. Inside this package, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker, ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold your goodies.
First off, the Lawnmower 4.0, this trimmer is the future of grooming, and dare I say, the greatest ball trimmer ever.
Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to help reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof and has a 4000K LED spotlight that you need for a more precise shave.
Now, I have a dark shower curtain in my bathroom, and I've been looking for the perfect way to shave in the dark, kinda. Guess what? I found it, 4000K LED. No longer a problem. I got perfectly smooth, clean balls thanks to the Lawnmower 4.0.
It's time to take care of yourself, so go to manscaped.com and get 20% off and free shipping with the code SURVIVOR. That's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com and use the code SURVIVOR. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped.
Thanks for sticking with us through the ad break. And don't forget, for more exclusive Reality After Show coverage, visit realitypatron.com. That's reality, Patron.com.
All right, and we are back. Just a heads up for those of you that are patrons, we have the Outcast tier every month, and this month's autograph picks are Sarah Wilson from Survivor 41, Romeo from Survivor 42, and Jonathan. Oh my God, do you guys love Jonathan? And it's him showing off his body as only he can do. So go to realitypatron.com, choose the Outcast tier as your tier that you'd like to be of, and they get you all the Q&A stuff, all the bonus stuff, links to Australian Survivor, everything else. So go to realitypatron.com, and pictures are going out at the beginning of next week. So get ready.
And if you love the podcast, if you're listening to us and you're like, how do I support this? How do I keep this going? Like, that's the best way. We love reviews. Reviews are great. 5-star reviews. Tell us what you love about the podcast. All that really helps. That's free ways you can help. But if you're like, hey, I got a few bucks and I want to support, pick a tier on the Reality Patron. Join us on the Q&A, which is always a lot of fun. Those are my favorite podcasts to listen to. So, yeah.
All right. So everyone comes back and everyone at least partially lies about what they got.
Yep.
So wonderful.
Matthew plays it perfectly.
Yeah. Says I lost my vote, and here's the paper to prove it.
Yep. Sarah, actually, I think she was helped out by the fact that she did lose her vote, because she could just come back and be like, I lost my vote. By the way, I have all these idols hopefully coming.
Yeah, don't worry about those. All right, time for immunity, and push the boat, bring a chest to shore, and then there's some crazy contraption. You have to pull it over. Then a giant slide puzzle, and you want to know what you're playing for? Sword and shield immunity. So this is like a night season of Survivor, KNIGHT.
Yeah.
And I really wish they had called it something like this would have been like Survivor Roundtable.
Yeah.
It would have been something cool like that, or Knights of the Round Table or something like that. But instead it's just stupid 44 because that's cool and it's not.
Right. And here's this cool sword and shield that Jeff definitely wants to take when the show's done filming.
I want that sword. So.
Yeah, dude, it's cool as shit.
Mm-hmm. So we learn really quick. Lauren can't swim. That's okay. Yep. She can use her steal a vote to float on, or save a vote, bank a vote. There we go. Yes, make a life preserver out of that. At this point, Matthew is told by someone that that Lauren should have shown a piece of paper that says they lose a vote. Very important. Brandon gets looked at by medical. He's dehydrated. Don't worry. We got another IV. We'd like to thank the folks at Liquid IV for hook. Oh, they are not. Yep. All right. When all said and done, Soka wins. Purple second. I wrote Tina. I'm guessing that is not the name of the purple tribe.
Tika.
I know.
Tika masala.
It's spell check. I don't care. And Carolyn Peter Pants.
Yep.
Ratu, the Orange Tribe, which I prefer calling them the Orange Tribe. They have really cool buffs. So I usually keep a buff each season. So sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Most seasons I do. I'm going with orange this year.
I like the purple ones.
I've kept so many because I've kept my Ghost Island purple and like I've kept like 4 like I usually like the purple buffs. And so I'm gonna get orange because the orange has purple on it.
Yep. No, I like that one.
Yeah. So Ratu loses their flint because they're losers. But that's okay. They have cool people on the tribe. So Matthew tells Brandon and Kane and Jamie about Lauren. So those are important for only one reason. Brandon, apparently, because Kane's going to turn on Brandon, and Jamie is not sure of the game she's playing.
Yep.
Maddie, no longer Maggie in my notes. Maggie doesn't trust Brandon. Well, guess what? Brandon doesn't trust you either. And then Jamie out of nowhere says, I think I'm going to play the shot in the dark. Just giving everybody a heads up. Do not count on me for a vote. My name has not come up. No one's even thinking or looking this direction. I am playing my shot in the dark for no reason. And of course, that is the only successful shot in the dark in the history of shot in the dark.
I was flabbergasted. I still am. Like what? I don't know. I hate shot in the dark. I hate it. I think it's stupid. Yeah. I think it's a dumb ploy.
I think bet.
If you're playing it, you're dead. Anyway,
It's like playing insurance on blackjack.
Right.
It's a sucker bet. Don't do it.
Sucker bet. Yeah. Nope. Use your vote. Don't lose your vote. There's no way you should lose your vote.
Yeah. Like if you got that extra dollar for insurance, use the other dollar as a play tip for your for your dealer. You get better juju that way.
Yep. Yeah. So that was wild.
Yeah.
Then they go to tribal, right?
Yeah. So, almost. At this point, Maddie is telling everyone her plan, including Brandon's allies.
Yep.
So, hey, there's only one way to get a plan over. Tell everyone to make sure that the person you're doing it against, they have a heads up of it as well.
Also, to be fair, there are 6 people on this tribe.
Yeah.
So it's not like you can keep things a secret. It's very difficult. I mean, you can, but you got to be a better player.
I can see myself not sharing information with Jamie.
Yeah.
I could very easily see myself not sharing information with Jamie.
I think that was her intro.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So time for tribal, and Brandon explains where's the snake going and who's getting bit. And I'm just like, okay, I'm all for a snake analogy. I have a snake tattoo, so I'm. I think Brandon would either like me or hate me.
Yeah.
And I plan on saying nice things about him thus far, so I think he's gonna like me.
I think he's gonna like you.
Yeah. Why not? So, so there's a firefighter guy on the other tribe.
Danny.
Sure.
Yep.
That guy didn't get a lot of airtime, huh?
Nope. I don't think that's because he's a big character at the end.
Yeah, because he's not getting it later. Purple Danny.
Yeah. I don't know.
Danny Purple. Danny Purple. There's a shirt.
Danny Purple.
Yeah, we'll see if I can get that out. I don't know how many shirts. I got so many shirts coming up in September.
September and October, huh?
November. All right. Yes. So they revealed that Brandon has found the idol, and it is Brandon's idol. It is not the tribe's. It is Brandon's. He found the key. He's keeping it. He may play it tonight. He does. Guess what? Jamie is once again playing the shot in the dark. For those of you that missed it earlier at camp, she is playing the shot in the dark, and it is time to vote.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Lauren is banking her vote, which is smart.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie and Matthew, for some reason, Matthew is now playing the shot in the dark, and I'm just like, ooh, Matthew, I've liked you for an hour and 50 minutes. Why are you doing this to me?
Alex, I think, clued into it on the recap podcast that maybe it was a signal to Brandon to use your idol. Like, my vote doesn't matter, so I'm playing this, and when I play this, you need to use your idol. Because
then it would be a tie.
Yes. And I don't want to give them that much credit that that's what it was, but Alex brought that up, and I was like, oh, that would make sense.
If that is the case, I'm cool with that.
Right.
I'm actually really cool with that. But I was just like, dude, come on, you're better than that. So,
yeah.
So guess what? Matthew's not safe. Okay.
Nope.
Because God, I hate the shot in the dark. So Jamie's safe. Great, because that meant nothing. First ever. I'm so glad. We couldn't give the first ever to Sydney so we could keep her walking around.
She's gonna put that on her. She's gonna put that on her Survivor resume.
Oh, great. If I had the option of looking at Jamie's Survivor resume or Sydney's Instagram stories, you know which one I'm choosing?
Sydney's stories.
Yeah, all day. that girl gets a Trader Joe discount for a reason, and she does not work at Trader Joe's. All right, Brandon's just like, too many shenanigans. You people are crazy. I don't like any of you. Maybe Matthew, we'll find out. He plays his idol, and Maddie is out with one vote. That's right. Maddie and Kane. Oh, my God, do I hate Kane now? Voted for Brandon. And Brandon, with the only vote that mattered, voted for Maddie. And see you, Maddie.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. So, and next week on Survivor, King George does something. Sorry, wrong.
Wrong Survivor.
Yeah. Wishful thinking, I believe this way.
Interesting way to have interesting first tribal. Half of it didn't really matter.
I never think tribal matters. So.
Yeah. Episode's great. Really enjoyed it. Thoroughly entertained. I hope we don't have such a huge focus on medical stuff for the whole rest of the season. Yeah. But I like the characters. I like the people that they have in here. They don't seem cookie cutter. Even you look at like Carson, who's like, oh, you're typical Survivor nerd, but also he's like buff, and Carolyn, who's like on her own level. We've got these interesting people. Lauren is there to game right away. So I'm curious to see how these all people come together and play this game.
Yeah. No, love it. Love the cast and Jamie and and someone. I don't know. I might like someone. I don't know. So see. Yeah. Oh, and Danny Purple. Whatever. Purple. Hey, casting, way to go. I'm glad. Like, we only really have like one like nerd, and the guy gained 30 pounds.
Yeah. I've been critical of the past 3 seasons. This doesn't feel like they were checking off demographics to fill it out. They went out and found a bunch of interesting people, and then they're like, oh, okay, we've got a nice diverse cast or whatever. They went out and just like found a lot of interesting people that have diverse backgrounds, and so yeah, very, very much like it. Excited to see how this goes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Wayne, where can everybody find you coming up?
I got a lot. I do a show in Louisville next Tuesday. I've got a couple shows in Cincinnati. You can follow me on at Wayne Memmott on Instagram. I post everything what I'm going to do there. If you're around the Cincinnati and regional area, you can probably catch me doing a comedy show. I have a weekly show called Helltown at the Comet in Northside. It's 1 year anniversary. Tomorrow's our 1 year anniversary of the show. So it's pretty exciting. Thanks, buddy. But yeah, if you like stand-up comedy, check me out. I post some videos.
Do you like to say happy comiversary?
No, I don't do stuff like that. I'm a good comedian. But yeah, just check me out. And
it's not funny.
March 22nd, come to the Filson in Cincinnati. Get tickets at survivortix.com and party with me and Matt and Sandra and Johnny and 2 other people that are definitely not going to be there, and maybe a couple other surprises.
Oh yeah, we got Did you watch Traders?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Michael Davidson for Traders coming to that one.
Oh, hell yeah.
How cool is that?
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's coming, and I'm sure. I mean, I don't want to speak for them. I mean, Roger Bingham usually comes. Matthew Slash Lenahan. Who else? Marcus. Damon. Yeah. So Angela. Sometimes you never know. Yeah. Oh, is this the Lil one? We're getting Lil.
Huh?
They were getting Lil.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think it's the Lil one because we got Sandra. She won't come for me, but she'll come for Sandra. So that's good. I'm not advertising it, but I think Lil. So there you go.
Yeah, there's a chance. There's a little chance.
I've been on vacation. I've been on vacation for a month. I just feel like talking and saying things I shouldn't. So, but not about my vacation.
No. Vacation in Bolivia was secret and fun.
Well, I mean, everyone needs to go to Bolivia at least once.
Yep.
I feel like. So, all right. I'm at Jonny Fairplay. Once again, get tickets. Come join us live. Go to survivortix.com. That's survivortix.com. We're coming everywhere. Nashville, Cincinnati, Boston, Charlottesville, Virginia, Durham, North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina for the finale. Did I leave out anything? I don't think.
No, I think
don't
that's
know.
all.
See me in Nashville in 2 weeks. That's going to be a fun one. I'm going to find out if we can make fire there or not. But we are making fire at most. We have fire in Charlottesville. We have fire in Charlotte. We have fire in Durham. Jesse is making fire against someone, maybe even me. And so he has to redeem himself.
Yeah.
So, and
better practice, Jesse.
Yeah. I don't think there's fire in Boston, and I don't think there's fire in Nashville.
No, that's all right.
I don't know. I got to talk to him. As I said, the fire was much bigger than planned.
Yeah.
So we might have skipped, but we do have confirmation on fire on a lot of those. And and thank you everyone. I've missed everyone. I caught up on a lot of messages. It sounds like you guys miss me too, and that means a lot. And and become a patron. Get those March picks. It's my birthday. March 11th, 3/11 is my birthday next week. Don't know what I'm doing yet, but if you want to make me happy for my birthday, become a patron for a month. Try it out. If you don't like it, I'll send your money back, or just say, hey, I didn't keep the money. Whatever. I don't care.
Right.
Whatever. Right. So, but get your tickets, survivortix.com, realitypatron.com. And with that, I'm out of here. Till next time.
Have a good weekend, buddy.
And for more bonus content, go to realitypatron.com. That's right, become a patron now. Get additional coverage of all your favorite shows, the weekly Q&A, and you become a member of the secret, exclusive Facebook group. That's realitypatron.com.